Mr. President, good morning and welcome to this. I am Aminata Ofana coming up with this edition of the news. President Biu commissions Manwa Bridge in Peje Kailam districts. Sailing Film Industry, Labour and Marketing Guild launches strategic development plan. An APC holds laying-out ceremony in honor of National Chairman and Chief Executive Officer Honorable Alhaji Mikailu Mansari. Now, the stories and more in the next one are still with us. Welcome back. Now, the chairperson of the board of the College of Nursing and Allied Health Sciences and Technology has described the establishment of the institution as a significant milestone not only for the college but also for Sierra Leone's healthcare system. Ms. Omiri Fula was speaking at the official opening ceremony and matriculation of the college in Lunge Kafubulon Chiefdom Postaka districts. Our Williams has the details. Sorry for not playing that piece, that's also just while we continue with the rest of the news stories. Now, the All People's Congress Party has held a laying-out ceremony on Sunday in honor of its national chairman and chief executive officer, Honorable Alhaji Mikailu Mansari. The ceremony brought together party executives, political associates, family members and supporters who gathered to pay tribute to a man widely regarded as one of APC's most influential leaders. As preparations continue for his final burial on Monday, our reporter Cecilia Alisise attended the ceremony and filed in this report.
An atmosphere of grief, reflection, and remembrance filled the APC headquarters as party members and supporters gathered to bid farewell to their national chairman and chief executive officer, Honorable Alhaji Mikailu Mansari. His remains were brought into the hall, his body draped in the APC's colors of red and white. For many in the room, the sight was both a solemn farewell and a powerful symbol, a son of the party returning one final time and wrapped in its identity. The laying out ceremony also served as an opportunity for mourners to celebrate the life and legacy of a man many described as a dedicated politician, respected statesman, and loyal servant of the APC. Tributes from party leaders, former colleagues, friends and supporters painted a picture of a leader whose political journey spanned decades and whose influence stretched far beyond party lines. Many speakers remembered him as a unifier who remained committed to the growth and stability of the APC throughout his years of service.
It is a painful moment, a very difficult one to get over. Mikailu was a strong leader. He was a unifying figure, very generous, intelligent, and a mentor to so many of us, especially the young people of the party.
Alhaji Mikailu Mansari served the APC in several capacities, rising through the ranks to become the national chairman and the chief executive officer. He also served the nation as Minister of Labour and Minister of Mines and Mineral Resources during the administration of former President Ernest Bai Koroma. Also paying tribute was one of the party's flag-bearer aspirant, Dr. Ibrahim Bangura, who said the nation will remember Honorable Alhaji Mikailu Mansari for his outstanding leadership.
The leadership will provide the serenity, we help the country forget, and the way we help move the APC throughout the opposition period started in 2018.
The APC's National Secretary General, Lansana Doumbouya, offered one of the most personal accounts of the late chairman, reflecting on a bond that stretched back to their youth. He described Honorable Alhaji Minkailu Mansaye as a very unassuming person, a master of the Queen's language who was well-read, articulate, and intellectually sharp.
If you are APC, this is the time to mourn the national chairman of the party. It is a time to say one step for unite the party. Time to make sure say we console ourselves and make sure say the party come back to power.
For family members and close associates, today's ceremony was not only about mourning a political leader, but remembering a husband, father, mentor, and friend whose life touched many. Members of the Mansaye family expressed deep gratitude to the APC, party supporters, and all well-wishers for their overwhelming love and support shown to them during this difficult period of mourning. Following the laying out ceremony, party officials proceeded to the family residence to formally commiserate with the bereaved family ahead of Monday's funeral activities. The APC also announced that the late chairman's remains will lie in state at Parliament and later at the Freetown City Council for a civic laying-out ceremony before final interment at the King Tom Cemetery.
Sierra Leone prepares to bid final farewell to Honorable Alhaji Minkailu Mansaye. Many here say his contribution in politics, public service and national development will remain a lasting part of his legacy. Reporting from the APC headquarters on the railway line with Filson Freetown, I am Cecilia Alice Sise.
Now, Sierra Leone has reached a major development milestone after 8 months of field work. The country national mapping exercise is now complete. Every locality, household, and structure across Sierra Leone has been digitally mapped and captured in a new national database. The Statistics Sierra Leone presented the final results to President Julius Maada Bio. The data will serve as the foundation for the 2026 population and housing census and support digital public services for years to come. Our status correspondent Margaret Senge sent us the first report.
At the Presidential Lodge today, Statistics Sierra Leone officially concluded its 8-month nationwide mapping exercise. The team also used the occasion to digitally map the Presidential Lodge.
Me na the mapper we assigned for work in this area where the lodge happened to fall within. So this morning I come for asking just a few questions. First of all, I will ask you, which are your names?
The exercise captured every building and settlement across Sierra Leone. According to Statistics Sierra Leone, the mission is now completed. Statistician General Andrew Bob Johnny provided an overview of the exercise and its significance.
We are conducting a mock census as a follow-up on the pilot census. The results of these two exercises will prepare us better for the enumeration in December 2026. Our purpose of being here today is to map your household. The information gathered will be among thousands of others in the database as a preparatory activity for enumeration in December 2026.
GIS and cartographic mapping consultant Dr. Fuluke Adenayo presented a video analysis of the mapping process. She said the digital mapping of the entire country will provide a strong foundation for the smarter governance and better development planning.
Mapping the huge data that has been collected of every building in the country is going to be the foundation data for national postcode development. And the postcode organization is already working towards having a collaboration with Statistics SL, because it's going to save the country a lot of resources to build on the geodatabase. And this will formulate the National Address Register.
Dr. Adenayo explained that the exercise was carried out in 3 phases. Teams first covered high-density urban areas. They then moved into hard-to-reach communities after the rainy season before completing the remaining sections. She said technology played a critical role throughout the process.
We also make sure that we had quality control. We had field validation, everywhere validated, GIS review of all our data sets internationally, topology checks to make sure that there are no gaps and there are no overlaps. And we are able also to validate the database using an international GIS reviewer who was able to go through the database and actually he certified everything according to international standard.
Dr. Adenayo added that the exercise has produced a national geodatabase certified to international standards. The mapping exercise goes beyond preparation for 2026 census. The data will support planning for schools, hospitals, disaster response, land management, and Sierra Leone's future postcode system. With the mapping exercise now completed, Statistics Sierra Leone says it is fully prepared to conduct a comprehensive and inclusive population and housing census in December 2026. For SLBC News, I am Margaret Senger reporting from the Presidential Lodge in Freetown.
The West African Federation of Engineering Organizations with the Sierra Leone Institution of Engineers, SLIE, has concluded its 2026 biennial conference in Freetown with a strong resolution to have a harmonized engineering structure in the sub-region. Abdul Kabir has more details.
Today, engineering has emerged as a catalyst for transformative agenda in the world, and Sierra Leone is no exception. The conference room at Radisson Blu saw the convergence of engineering minds from across the regional bloc to visibly see the adoption of a comprehensive joint communique aimed at reshaping the infrastructural landscape. It also looked at how they will sustain better collaboration in the area of modernized engineering. Speaking on his vision, Engineer Professor Reverend Charles Adams, President-elect, underscored the importance of the biennial conference and the newly signed communique, and describing them as critical frameworks for regional integration and structural advancement of engineering.
The people of West Africa have spoken. People from all nations of West Africa have indicated that all that our governments are doing regarding ECOWAS integration is great, but without the engineering backbone, we will not get to where we are going, because West Africa needs infrastructure, water, roads, telecommunication, energy, and all the things hinge on engineering. So the engineers of West Africa have affirmed that they will collaborate.
Addressing the pressing engineering challenges facing Sierra Leone, prominent engineer Tani Pratt, past president of Sierra Leone Institute of Engineers, said the profession should occupy a central seat in governance.
Harmonize our standards, harmonize our governance, harmonize our membership status, so that an engineer from Sierra Leone can go and work anywhere in ECOWAS. There's a work to be done. It's a matter of setting the standards. It's a matter of making sure that people who build things are qualified to build them, and that the standards that they use are high and are maintained. Yes, it will help, but a lot more needs to be done. Regulations need to be passed. We need to be serious about the laws that we pass.
Meanwhile, attendees believe the communique will strategically position engineering as a core driver of Sierra Leone's national transformative agenda. Delegates emphasized that their project must actively align with Sierra Leone's wider transformative agenda and national planning policies to serve as a unique driver
of sustainable national development. Stakeholders noted that the implementation of local content policies must be strictly enforced by empowering and utilizing local companies, with climate change extremely impacting West Africa and the Sahel. Speakers spoke on the urgent need to reinforce climate resilience features into all public infrastructure. The conference called for structured institutional programs to bridge the persistent gap between academic theory and practical field of engineering. The session marked a forward-looking shift towards the adoption of the communique, artificial intelligence, and smart infrastructure technologies within current engineering workflows and project planning. Abdul Kabir, SLBC News, Freetown.
Public servants across from Sierra Leone have participated in a wellness and life work organization organized by the Ministry of Public Administration as part of activities to promote healthy living ahead of 2026 United Nations World Public Service Day. Olwin Fox tells us more.
Hundreds of public servants, government officials, and stakeholders converge here at the UE building in Freetown to participate in a wellness and life walk as part of celebrations marking World Public Service Day 2026. The exercise brought together personnel from various ministries, departments, and agencies in a demonstration of unity, wellness, and commitment to national service. The event also coincided with a health walk organized by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, reinforcing a shared commitment to healthy lifestyles and national development. The director of the Public Sector Reform Unit, Sulaiman Fure Musa, said it was important to recognizing the dedication and hard work of public servants who continue to support the government's development priorities.
No country can thrive without a sound, efficient, and accountable public service. So we believe this year we have to celebrate our hard-working public servants who leave their homes early in the morning to come to work and support government priorities and government aspirations.
He noted the government remains committed to modernizing and improving the efficiency of the public sector under the Pillar 5 of the National Development Agenda, with emphasis on strengthening service delivery and institutional performance.
That is a key priority of this particular government under Pillar 5, which speaks to revamping the public service architecture. So it's a whole pillar, and we are working on that pillar, which has about 8 critical focus areas or themes that we are looking at. And I'm sure this is all about modernizing the public service to make it more efficient and accountable to the people of Sierra Leone.
The participants at the end pledged to support the fight against drug abuse in Sierra Leone. SLBC News, Olwin Roy Fox reporting.
The chairman of the ECOWAS Permanent Representatives Committee, PRC, Dr. Julius Sandi, has called for a fundamental rethinking of regional integration efforts in West Africa. He told member states at the 7th annual retreat of the ECOWAS Permanent Representatives Committee in the Republic of Benin to embrace bold reforms, strengthen democratic governance, and restore citizens' confidence in regional bloc. He described the gathering as a historic opportunity to shape the future of the community at a time when ECOWAS faces unprecedented challenges and transformative opportunities. He identified the withdrawal of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger from ECOWAS as one of the most significant challenges confronting the organization, describing it as an existential test of regional solidarity. He also cited political and security developments in Guinea-Bissau and Benin as compelling reasons to reassess the effectiveness of regional peace and security mechanisms and accelerates the operationalization of the ECOWAS standby force. He said military coups should and must now be relegated to the past. The retreat, convened under the theme Future of Regional Integration, was the first time an ECOWAS PRC retreat is being held outside Nigeria, a landmark initiative championed by Dr. Sandi in his capacity as chairman of the committee. The chairman of the Parliamentary Oversight Committee on Environment and Climate Change, Honorable Alhaji Yusuf Maki, has issued a strong warning to multinational companies operating in Sierra Leone, stressing that while government welcomes investments, all operators must strictly comply with environmental regulations. He made the statement at the end of oversight visits to the east and southern regions of the country, where the committee assessed compliance with environmental laws and community development action plans, CDAPs. Dennis Fraser brings us the details.
The committee began its tour in Dawu Town, Kailahun district, engaging Lizard Earth, an agricultural company, with a chocolate factory, and then Gold Tree, a palm oil processing company. Members emphasized the need for transparency, adherence to environmental impact assessment requirements. They also inspected production facilities at Gold Tree's Dawu Mill in Jawe Chiefdom. Speaking at the engagement, the chairman also stressed the importance of community engagement, stating that companies operating in local areas must ensure transparency and effective communication with host communities.
Also, I do expect you to comply and also work with the regulatory agency, which is EPA, and all other government functionaries that can also enhance your job. We are not here to win jobs, no. Sure. We are also your representatives. Yeah. Yes, we are also your representatives. So feel free, when there are issues, ask me, you are my brother.
In the southern region, the committee visited FG Gold at Baumau in Valnia Chiefdom, Bo District, where they reviewed operations, environmental management systems, and ongoing infrastructural development. The company's health and safety officer, Fode Mansare, the committee began its tour in Dawu Town, Kailahun district, engaging Lizard Earth, an agricultural company, with a chocolate factory, and then Gold Tree, a palm oil processing company. Members emphasized the need for transparency, adherence to environmental impact assessment requirements. They also inspected production facilities at Gold Tree's Dawu Mill in Jawe Chiefdom. Speaking at the engagement, the chairman also stressed the importance of community engagement, stating that companies operating in local areas must ensure transparency and effective communication with host communities.
Also, I do expect you to comply and also work with the regulatory agency, which is EPA, and all other government functionaries that can also enhance your job. We are not here to win jobs, no. Sure. We are also your representatives. Yeah. Yes, we are also your representatives. So feel free, when there are issues, ask me, you are my brother.
In the southern region, the committee visited FG Gold at Baumau in Valnia Chiefdom, Bo District, where they reviewed operations, environmental management systems, and ongoing infrastructural development. The company's health and safety officer, Fode Mansare,
The Sierra Leone Film Industry Labour and Marketing Guild has launched its National Strategic Development Plan for 2026 to 2030. It was said to be a roadmap aimed at transforming the country's film sector into a viable contributor to economic growth, job creation, and cultural promotion. The launch, described by industry leaders as a milestone. Almami Conte filed in this report, read by Yusuf Mosie.
The First Lady, Dr. Fatima Madabio, government officials, development partners, filmmakers, entertainers, and representatives from across the Mano River Union witnessed the unveiling ceremony. For years, Sierra Leone's film industry has largely relied on the passion and resilience of filmmakers working with the limited resources. Now, the Sierra Leone Film Industry Labour and Marketing Guild said it is ready to move the sector from informal survival to structured growth. Acting chairman of the Sierra Leone Film Guild, Mohamed Alarini Ba, described the launch as one of the most significant moments in the organization's 18 years history, noting that the plan was designed to strengthen governance, develop talent, improve infrastructure, attract investment, and protect intellectual property rights within the industry. According to the Guild, the strategy has been aligned with Sierra Leone's national film policy and included ambitious targets such as training thousands of film professionals, establishing a national film fund, creating a national film village, and positioning Sierra Leone as a recognized player within West Africa's growing screen economy. The event also attracted regional support, including the Princess of Adetukumbo, president of the Liberia Film Union, highlighting growing collaboration among filmmakers within the Mano River region. Representing the Minister of Information and Civic Education, Director of Government Information Services, Frances Josephine Kafula, underscored the importance of film as a tool for civic education, nation building, and economic development.
Your voices, creativity, and resilience are essential to the success and advancement of the industry and nation.
The Deputy Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs challenged filmmakers to embrace professionalism, innovation, and excellence if Sierra Leone is ordered to compete on the regional and international stage.
We have to start thinking in that route. You even see our music nowadays is changing. What are you waiting for as a movie director? What are you waiting for as the actor? Polish your English, you know they do it. Understand your lines perfectly, you know they do it. Can they wake you up 2 o'clock in the morning and you're ready to jump light camera action? No.
First Lady Fatima Mada Bio reflected on her own journey as an actress and storyteller, emphasizing the role of film in preserving culture, empowering young people, and telling Sierra Leone's story to the world.
At the launch of the Sierra Leone Film Industry Labour and Marketing Guild and the National Strategic Development Plan for 2026 to 2030. Today is not merely the launch of an institution or a document. It is the launch of hope, the launch of opportunity, and a renewed vision for the future of Sierra Leone creative economy.
Beyond the speeches, the event showcased Sierra Leone's creative talent through entertainment performances, including appearances by popular veteran comedians Wamport, whose performances added excitement and color to the occasion. Industry veterans, actors, directors, producers, marketers, and technicians were also in attendance, reaffirming a collective commitment to repositioning the sector as a driver of employment and national development. As the curtains closed on the launch, stakeholders expressed optimism that the new strategic plan could provide the structure, investment, and policy and the support needed to unlock the full potential of Sierra Leone's film industry. With a 5-year roadmap now in place and growing support from governments, regional partners, and industry players, the Sierra Leone Film Industry Labour and Marketing Guild hopes to usher in a new era for filmmaking. SABC News, Freetown.
The Rotary Club of Freetown has officially unveiled a transformed library at the Government Royal School in Freetown as part of its commitment to supporting quality education in Sierra Leone. The initiative, which falls under Rotary International's basic focus on education and literacy, has equipped the school with modern learning resources and technology aimed at improving access to information for pupils and teachers alike. Alvin Roy Fox brings us the details.
The project saw the complete refurbishment of the school library, including the provision of new books and bookshelves to create a more conducive learning environment. In addition, the Rotary Club of Freetown donated 10 laptop computers to support digital learning and help students develop essential information technology skills needed in today's world. To ensure uninterrupted access to electricity, the club also installed a solar power system to serve the library, allowing students to study and access educational resources even during power outages. As part of efforts to bridge the digital divide, a MiFi internet router was installed with a 3-month internet subscription, providing learners and teachers with access to online educational materials and research opportunities.
We are passionate about changing lives of people in our environment. We have various areas of focus, in fact 7 areas of focus. We have peace building and conflict prevention. We have disease prevention and treatment. We have water sanitation and hygiene, maternal and child care, basic education and literacy, community development, and supporting the environment. This whole project falls under basic education and literacy.
School authorities and pupils expressed gratitude to the Rotary Club of Freetown, describing the project as a significant boost to teaching and learning at the institution.
Thank you to give us this opportunity.
Promise that we will use it wisely. Let's make sure that we control this thing, we guard this thing, so that we will take and will be proud of us.
The Transform facility is expected to enhance reading habits, improve digital literacy, and provide students with greater opportunities to access knowledge both offline and online. SLBC News, Alwyn Roy Fox reporting.
Four investors based in Turkey, including Alma Services Foreign Trade Limited Company, Vecon Group, Silla Holding, Doganla Agriculture Company, have met with the Ambassador of Sierra Leone to Turkey, Dr. Francis Anderson, on exploring investment opportunities in Sierra Leone. During the meeting, the company representatives expressed strong interest in expanding their operations in the areas of agriculture, construction, healthcare, trade, logistics, infrastructure development, and manufacturing. Ambassador Anderson said Sierra Leone's government was committed to attracting foreign direct investment through reforms aimed at improving the ease of doing businesses, promoting private sector growth, and creating a conducive environment for investors. She said the country has strategic location, abundant natural resources, growing agricultural potential, and ongoing infrastructure and human capital development initiatives. The delegation commended the positive economic and governance reforms being undertaken by the government of Sierra Leone and expressed optimism about the country's investment projects. They also said they were willing to take on further engagements and exploratory visits to identify valuable investment opportunities. The engagement ended with a shared commitment to deepen economic cooperation between Sierra Leone and Turkey. The United Church Women Sierra Leone is one of the few faith-based developmental organizations in the country. With their motto of dedicated service, the organization has decided to hold an annual convention to bring Christian women together for lectures on life skills. Harold Williams was with the United Church Women at their 2026 convention.
The annual convention of the United Church Women Sierra Leone has taken place at the St. John's Maroon Church in Freetown. Under this year's theme, I Will Give You Rest, Come, taken from Matthew chapter 11, The convention was oriented towards Christian women. According to the United Church Women Sierra Leone president, Reverend Christiana Sutton Korma, the convention is a space for multi-denominational participation for all women, bolstered by this year's speakers on topics such as spirituality and your faith and understanding your vulnerability.
We use the theme to deliberate more on it and look at it with other sub-themes to ensure we impact the lives of people spiritually. At the end of the day, transformation is taking place. And today had impacted a lot of people during this time. And we looked at the theme that was done by the Nigerian group, which is "Come to me and I will give you rest." I want to say to the older women to keep on pushing, keep on encouraging the younger women to be part of this great movement. And for the younger people, don't say, oh, these are young, old women. We were young when we were there. Now we are getting old. But we want you also to come and take over the leadership. It's an organization that comprises of all denominations. Pentecostals, Methodists, Anglican, Baptists, you name it, Evangelical. A lot of other churches are part of this movement. So we want you to be part of this movement to ensure you be an ambassador for Christ.
Hymns, scriptures, and prayers were featured in the program, which was interactive with questions and answers on the spoken topics.
And it's now time for the entertainment news.
Hello and welcome to Entertainment News with me, Sulaiman Babatu Ray. In this edition of Entertainment News, Incredible JJ releases the video or song titled Crush featuring Liberian superstar Jezino. And former Barcelona wonder kid Ansu Fati releases the video of his song titled Sia Como Sia. Now, the boy from Kenema, Incredible JJ, released song months or weeks ago titled Crush, part of his album, the Matt album. And now the video, the official video, because there have been videos out, promotional videos and cover videos. But now the official video is out and Crush is indeed a Crush video. Jezino and Incredible JJ Crush is out on different social media handles. Just go and check it out. But first, let's get a snippet of the video. Let's see how classic it is.
I crush my spec. Tell me if you love me, oh, don't you hold on to yourself. Till another person have me, oh, come out and express yourself. You could be the one that I've been waiting for. Unveil yourself. Don't keep me waiting, I'm here for you.
That is it, Incredible JJ, the boy from Kenema. Bad Bush Node for today, bad boyfriend. You know the songs, and he's giving us hit after hit. Go check the album out. Have you listened? Audiomack and all the social media handles? If not, go and check them out. And now, Ansu Barcelona, who unfortunately went down because of injuries after injuries, and was sent to Brighton to get back to his pace. But unfortunately, no, he came back to Barcelona and now at Monaco. He has released a song as others are playing the World Cup, enjoying the World Cup. He has released a song in Brazil. The title of the song is Sia Como Sia. Go and check it out. Not only football, from the feet to the mouth, he's shown the talent. Let's get a taste of it.
Ella se hace la difícil, pero yo la voy a conseguir. Sea como sea, yo la voy a conseguir.
footballer is also an artist. Ansu Fati, well, this is all we have for this edition of Entertainment News. I've been your presenter, Sulaiman Babature. Thanks for watching and keep watching the SLBC.
We now join Abdul Kabir for a latest updates in sports.
Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, it's the sporting updates that keeps you in the know. Now, Eastern Lions has been officially crowned as champions of the 2026 Orange FA Cup after a 1-0 win over mighty Blackpool at the Southern Arena in Bow. It was an interesting match, and Sulaiman Eskago was the difference maker in that match. Here is the update. The 2026 Orange FA Cup final between Eastern Lions and mighty Blackpool saw nice exchanges between the two sides, while two of the oldest football clubs in Sierra Leone. While it was a pound-for-pound encounter, nice exchanges at the Southern Arena in Bow, where the ultimate target was the goal area. And for Eastern Lions, they played and they created several chances, but unfortunately they couldn't convert in that particular moment in the first half. And mighty Blackpool had a composed side as well, and a very determined side with excellent football control at the Southern Arena in Bow. But in the 89th minute, magic struck in when Sulaiman Eskago left his name in the annals of history by scoring the only goal in that particular match for Eastern Lions, which was a brilliant header that sent the ball into the back of the net and triggered absolute joy at the Southern Arena. While mighty Blackpool, they played really well to settle the score, but to no avail. And at the end of the day, Eastern Lions players were decorated for the exciting 2026 FA Cup triumph. Well, it was indeed a very tough battle for fans who were delighted in a very big way in terms of football, fanfare, among many other things. And now in the international scene, we flip our attention to the 2026 FIFA Men's Football World Cup. Well, things are shaping up to be a cracker in that competition. For La Roja, Spain, they defeated Saudi Arabia 4-0. That was an exciting win, and we saw the wonderful performance from Barcelona's wonderful star, or wonder kid if you like, Lamine Yamal, who was super excited about his very first goal in the World Cup. Well, Yamal is one of the stars to watch in this particular competition. After a disappointing start against Cape Verde, the Blue Sharks, they were able to pull off an exciting win against Saudi Arabia. What a win for La Roja, well, Spain. They've got a star-studded team, players who are equal to the task, players who are ready to perform, and in fact, they've got a well-balanced team. And in the World Cup as well, the competition continues today. We'll see another exciting match between Argentina. Lionel Messi's Argentina will be up against Austria. Another interesting match as well to look forward to. And we saw that interesting match between Germany and, of course, Cote d'Ivoire, which was unfortunate for the Elephants of Ivory Coast, one of the continental champions. They've been a team to reckon with in recent years in African football and, more importantly, world football. While the 2026 World Cup continues to provide the excitement, the joy, the fanfare, among many other things, it's the biggest football showpiece on the biggest stage. And that ends your update. Over to our ever-ready Aminata Fofana for the continuous news.
Many thanks, Abdul Kabir. You're looking cute in that sky blue jacket. And with that, we wrap the news. But before we go, here is a recap of the main points. Now, President Bio has commissioned the Manua Bridge in Beji Kailau district, describing it as a major step in expanding infrastructure development to rural communities. The Sierra Leone Film Industry Labour Marketing Guild has launched its National Strategic Development Plan 2026-2030. It was a roadmap aimed at transforming the country's film sector into a viable contributor to economic growth, job creation, and cultural promotion. And the All People's Congress Party has laid a laying-out ceremony in honor of its national chairman and chief executive officer, Honorable Alhaji Mekailu Mansare. And that is all we can share with you in this morning's broadcast of News Hour. I'm Aminata Fofana. Thanks for watching.